It's my first time. I would like to know basic learning first time. All right, Sangeeta, Shalini, first time. Okay, great, great. It's good for me to understand how many are first times and how many are looking at exploring it, so that I can accordingly match up my pace and understand what is it that I need to include. First time. Okay, first time, first time. Google Slides with Clear Deck. Learning for first time. Okay, okay, okay. How to use Google Slides for assessments. All right, how to use Google Slides for PPT. Okay, first time. Digital migrant. Okay, 50 years. Very nice. Yes, Indrani. Yes, Miss Indrani. We've been seeing you in our sessions. We saw you in our previous sessions also. Yes, great, great. Thank you so much. And in fact, you're an inspiration to so many. PPT we have done, but Google Slides first time. All right. Okay, so this gives me a very fair idea about where we are before we begin this session. So let us start. I know many of us have been using PowerPoint presentations, and to an extent that we've kind of got bored now looking at PowerPoint presentations. And Google Slide is a very welcoming change as compared to the PowerPoint presentations. So there is a slight difference between the PowerPoint presentation that we use and the Google Slide that has come up. It has always been there, but the kind of updates that it has come up with in the recent times is something which is really amazing. So let us proceed. And okay, I see Disha from my team. Let me just make her the co-host so that I will not get any disturbance. Just okay, Disha, you are the co-host now, and we begin our session. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And we're going to go and look at what is Google Slides. How do we begin with Google Slides? I believe all of you have your Google personal accounts. Type yes if you have your Google account in the chat box. Do all of you have your Google account? Yes, absolutely. So Google Slide is something which can be used provided you have your Google account. So those who have their Google account can make use of Google Slide, can make use of Google Drive, and can even make their own Google Classroom account. How many of us know that we can even make our Google Classroom account if we have our Gmail account? Yes? Okay, that's nice. Nice to see the comments coming. I feel I'm not talking to the wall. I feel I'm talking to the audience. Yeah. Great. Okay. So let us move, and let me share my screen once again. So I'm going to be presenting before you all the most awaited Google Slide, which is my favorite. Personally, I use Google Slides and I make use of Canva for presenting. So Canva and Google Slides are my favorite because they give you the option of presenting and being creative and also breaking away from the monotony. So let me share my screen. Yeah, we are. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Yes? If you can type yes. Okay, great. So this is what I have done. Welcome everyone to the session of Google Slide. Now you might be wondering, how did I create this? Now this is called Bitmoji, and Bitmoji is something that we are going to be covering in our next session as well. So once you download the Bitmoji app on your phone, it allows you to select and make your avatar, which is dependent on the kind of features you want to give, to the kind of hair you want, to the dress up. So it's really amazing, and I feel every educator must try this out because it kind of puts colors into your a Google slide, and it also helps to create some kind of excitement. When your learners are going to see something like this, it kind of creates some sort of excitement that, okay, what is it that we are going to be learning today? So this is something that I have already made, and to know more, of course, we will be covering this in our next session. So now, if we were to understand what is Google Slide, we come down to welcome page, where THT presents the EdTech series to enable educators to learn how to teach remotely and make their classroom engaging. So we have done a lot of sessions in the past, and we are continuing to do to cover various tools, EdTech tools, to be able to reach out and help educators make their classroom more engaging. This is what we are going to be doing, and instead of the objective or the learning outcome, I always use the I can statement in my lessons, where whatever the learners are going to learn is what I put up. I will be able to prepare a presentation, worksheet, choice board for my learning using Google Slides. So this is what we are going to be learning today. So instead of putting down the learning outcomes that the learner will be able to do this, will be able to do that, I put an I can statement where I am already going to assume that we are going to be learning to prepare a presentation or worksheet or choice board for our learners in the classroom. So are we ready to dive? Type yes if we are ready to dive into the Google slide. Okay, great. Here we go. So Google Slide is a powerful tool used for presentation with loads of features. So as I was just mentioning, that PowerPoint equally has features, but Google Slide is something that has got updated, because when we are using Google Classrooms, it becomes very easy for us to integrate our Google Slides and prepare interactive worksheets, prepare choice boards, and even prepare wonderful presentations when it comes to audiovisual. So this is what we're going to be learning today. So everyone with a G Suite account or a Google personal account can make use of Google Slide. Now, if we were to understand, I believe all of us have that. So how do we get started? So it's very simple. How do we get started? Now, what you need to do is you need to go on your website, on your Gmail, open your Gmail. I'm going to show you on the screen as well. I'm just going to stop sharing. And I'm going to show you my screen, where I'm going to be taking you to my Gmail account. So can you all see the plus button on the drive? Okay, here you go. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen to show you how do we go to the plus button on our drive. There we go. Where is it? Yeah. Here we go. Yep. Can everyone see my screen? Yes. Is everyone able to see my Google Drive screen that I have just shared? And on the Google Drive screen, you will see this big plus button. Yes. So all that we need to do to make a new Google slide is to click on this big plus button, and it will take you to a new slide. So let us try. Let us go to a new slide. Yep. We go into Google Slides. We go into Google Slides. We can click on a blank presentation, or we can choose from a template. So Google has already given us a variety of templates which enable you to make your lesson plan more interesting. But for now, I'm going to be clicking on a blank presentation and helping you with the view as to how it looks. Alternatively, you can even click on, you can go into your Google, type new slide, and you will automatically be able to enter into a Google slide. So here it is. Once we click on the add plus button, we enter here. Now, when we enter here, you will be seeing these features: file, edit, insert, format, which is very, very similar to what we see when we are working on a Word doc or when we are working even on a PowerPoint presentation. So this is something which I believe everyone is aware of, but now what we are going to be exploring is how do we edit. So let's say this is what I have in front of me. Now I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to select, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to make it into a blank slide. I delete this and it becomes a blank slide for me. I have nothing right now. So now what am I going to do? The first thing we're going to be exploring today is how do we insert an image, audio, or a video. All right. So if we look at an image, when you click on insert image, it gives you the option to upload from computer. So maybe there's a worksheet which you have made and you want to upload from a computer, you can do that. But another fantastic the feature of a Google slide is that you can search your image from the web. So let's say I'm going to be preparing a slide on tigers. Okay. So I click on tiger out here, and I get these images which are next to my slide. So I don't have to minimize my slide and move on to another web page to search for an image of tiger, then save that, then upload that. It's very, very simple out here. Google allows you to search for the image, and all you need to do is just drag it, whichever image you like, whether this one, this one, this one, whichever image you like, you just need to drag it and get it inside to fit your slide. Here it is. And now what I can do is I can probably enlarge it a little bit. And here it is. Now, I'm going to be talking about tigers with my learners. So what do I do? How do I make this slide more interesting, or maybe present it in a way that it looks it looks more creative? So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be, so when you go on insert, you click on image, you get upload the image from computer, or you type search the web. When you click on search the web, it opens up a window on the right side of your screen and shows up the image of any particular topic that you're searching for. I am searching for tiger, so it is showing me images of tiger. You can even upload the image from your computer, from your drive, from your photos, or if you have a link, or you can click from a camera as well. So this is where, when you click on search the web, this is where the images will show up once you type the image that you're searching for, tiger. Now, this is what I have written. So let's say I want to now type some text. So I'm going to go on this tool, which is T, text box, T tool. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And once I click on that, here I am. Let us learn about tigers. So this is what I want my learners to learn. So this is the title that I have given. Let us learn about tigers. Just enlarge the box. Let us learn about tigers. All right, now if I want to make the font bigger, so all I need to do is click on the number plus button. So when I click on the number plus button, it helps me to make my text bigger and bigger and bigger as much as I want it to be. And if I feel that no, it's gone way beyond the text box, then I can decrease it. And let us learn about tigers. Now this is how it appears. Now if I want to change the font, I just go into the font. Now as compared to PowerPoint, Google doesn't really give many options of fonts out here, but whatever options are given are appropriate and fair enough to be used. They are the most commonly used font that Google has included, so that you don't get your learners don't get into searching for the best kind of font. So it's basically the majority of the fonts that I use is what Google has given. So maybe I can choose this. I can change the color. So to change the color of the text, all I need to do is go on the text color, which is similar to what you see when you're working in your Word document. So here I can select red, blue, purple, pink. So I select this and I can enlarge it a little more, broaden it, and here it is. Now I have put the image of the tiger. I have put the title, let us learn about tiger. Now I am not really liking the way it is showing up out here. Okay, now I'm going to close this because I'm not searching for any image. So I have closed it. Now I'm going to click on this bottom right button that shows explore. Is everyone able to see this? Type yes in the comment box if you're able to see this. It says explore. Yes? Okay, great. So now, once you click on this explore, what Google Slide does is automatically it will give you the way you want to present your slide and the text. Do you see on the right hand side what has happened is when I clicked on explore, it gave me the options to present my slide in a way I feel is appropriate. So maybe I could choose from any one of the presentations out here. So I like this one. So I'm going to be using this one. Let us learn about tigers. So I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to use my creativity as to how should I make it look, how should I crop the face of the tiger, where is it that my text should be placed. I am not doing anything. All I clicked on was explore and it gave me all the options. Type yes if you are with me till now. Type yes in the chat box. Are you getting me? Okay, great. So this is how we begin. When we begin, we go on the plus button. Once we go on the plus button, we enter into a Google slide. I selected a blank presentation. Now I wanted to insert an image. I didn't have it on my laptop, so I went on the web. I searched for an image. I dragged it into my slide. I wrote the title, and then I clicked on explore. And Google gave me a few ways in which I can present my slide. I selected one of the ways and here it is. So this is my first slide wherein I have inserted the image from the web. Let us learn about tigers. Now let us go to the next slide. Now how do we add the next slide? It's very simple. Either you go on the plus again and add the second slide, or you just simply click enter. That's completely up to you whether you want to click enter or you want to go and click the plus image. Now I'm going to delete this. And it is again a blank presentation for me. So now I'm going to go again into insert and I'm going to probably select a video now. Okay, so then let us look at the video option. Now it says insert a YouTube link. Now I'm going to search for a YouTube link on a tiger, which is probably going to help my learners to learn more about tigers. So I'm searching for one. And now the best option that Google gives us is Google allows us to trim our YouTube videos. So once I select the link, so here it is, I have selected, let me select this link. It's a BBC video link. I'm just going to click and paste. Yeah. So here I am. I'm going to paste this here. Okay, here it is. Got pasted twice. Yeah. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. Oops, my video started. Okay, I don't want to see the video. I just want to copy paste the video. Okay, here it is. Why isn't it getting selected? Okay, let me do this again. I'm going to insert image video. I click here and it should show me select. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Yeah, could you please click on that search option? That right side?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, the search button.
This one?
After pasting the link, yeah, after pasting the link, the search option. Beside that link. If it works.
No, just 1 second. I will paste it again. I will find the video.
Yes, ma'am. Search option. You will get that link.
Tiger video. And let me just try this again. Usually it shows select. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, just 1 minute. I'll just stop sharing. And so what happens is when we select the Google slide, okay, there's one video that has started. Okay, so sorry about this. Okay. So I'm just going to select this video. And paste it. Yes, sorry, just there was a glitch because there were too many tabs open on my laptop. Yep, it just closed some of my tabs. Okay, so we were here. I'm going to be inserting the video and it's going to be showing me this. Okay, so okay, it showed up some other video. It showed up the 3 little pigs video. That's fine. So when you type the video link which you want to present to your learners, you click the video link out here, you search for it, it will show you, is this the video link that you are referring to? If it is yes, then you select it and here it comes. Now the best part about the Google slide out here is it shows the video directly into the slide rather than placing the link of the video and then getting the learners move out from your Google slides to YouTube. So it enables the learners to stay inside your presentation and not go out of your presentations and view YouTube's, because learners get distracted while viewing the video because there are many ads that show up or there may be some other video that may show up. So this is one wonderful feature that I really liked about Google Slide. Now, how do we trim the video? Now, if I want my learners to probably just start the video from, let's say, it is starting at 0.08. So I say 0.08 to not for 3 minutes 19 seconds, but maybe just for 1 minute. From 0.08 to 1 minute is what I want them to see the video for today. So I can divide the video, YouTube video, into bits and parts, and every day send them those bits and parts to watch if it's a long video that you're referring to. And once I do this, once I select my time, which is showing me on the right, 0.08 to 100. So I do that and I click autoplay when presenting. And here it is. You can even mute your video. So maybe there is a video where probably there's some music being played and you don't want your learners to get distracted. Now since this is a story video, I'm not going to mute it, but there are many videos which have some music in it, and maybe it could be an art and craft video where you just want your learners to look at it and not listen to the music. So you could mute your video so that they don't get disturbed, and here it plays automatically for that much time. So okay, let me please repeat how to auto start. Okay, it's very simple. When I click on this, it takes me to the format options on the right side of the screen, where it shows me what is the time that I want to set, whether I want to set 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, when do I want the video to start, because sometimes what happens is at the beginning you may see some ads, so you can quickly select the time that your video needs to begin, and from that time to the ending time. Now you click on autoplay, because as soon as you want to show that, as soon as you want your learner to come on the slide, you want the learner not to do anything but just look at the video, right? So that is what is meant by autoplay when presenting. You click on autoplay and it will play by itself for the time that you have selected. Can you see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Yes? Okay. Yes. Kashmi, maybe there's some problem. Maybe you need to log out and log in again if my screen is not being shown, right? Because it's being shown to everyone. So sometimes, yes, tech can play, really nasty sometimes when we really need it. So maybe you could log out. So this is how we can present video to our learners. Now you can see that I wanted to select the video of a tiger, but I got the video of 3 little pigs. But because I'm just showing you an example of how to do it, I'm showing it. I've selected the 3 little pigs. Now let us go to the next feature of the Google slide, which is going to allow us to make and create something. So we saw how we can insert the image from probably uploading it or searching it from the web. We also saw how we can insert video by selecting a link from the YouTube, and how the YouTube video shows up in the slide and not outside. Now we can also insert audio. Now what unlike PowerPoint, what PowerPoint does is it gives us an option to select to record our own video, our own voice, which unfortunately Google doesn't give us. So what we need to do is we need to download extension of Screencastify. So I have already downloaded Screencastify, which is a software, which is a Google Chrome extension. I'm typing it out here, Screencastify. So all that you need to do is type Screencastify and click on it, and it will ask you to add extension. So it's an extension to Chrome, which you can add to your Chrome. It will say add to Chrome, you add it, and once you add it, it will allow you to record your audios and videos. It's called Screencastify. Yes? Okay, now I'll show you how it works when you download the Screencastify extension. The extension on my laptop, it shows up over here. So when I type Screencastify extension, I have downloaded it, and now this is what is showing up over here. Are you all able to see the Screencastify extension? Type yes, because then I can proceed ahead. Yes? Yes. Yes. So now I'm going to click on Screencastify. Now when I click on Screencastify, it's going to give me the option to record. So what happens is many a times when we are sending files, Google files to our learners by attaching it to Google Classroom, we want our learners to even listen to us, maybe presenting a slide. So maybe if it's a story about a tiger, or if it's a story about 3 little pigs, instead of me inserting the YouTube link at the in the first slide, maybe I am going to narrate the story of the 3 little pigs in my own voice. So for that, I need to have this plugin, which is called Screencastify. Now, once you click on that, you can yes, I'm going to click on it, and it's going to take me to a page where I'm going to be able to record. And as soon as you're ready, now it'll ask you whether you want to use browser tab, desktop, webcam. It doesn't matter. You can select anything for now. And I'm going to be selecting my webcam, and I'm going to be saying record. Now when I'm going to be clicking on record, now I'm going to be recording. Hello, hi, I'm Rakhee Chhabria. How are you? And this is Rakhee presenting for Google Slides. Now I have recorded that. PC is giving me some problem out here. Yeah. I have recorded my, and as soon as you record whatever you are saying, maybe it's a story or maybe it's just a hi, hello for your students when they begin the lesson. So hi, welcome to our lesson. Today we're going to be exploring tigers, or today we're going to be exploring or listening to the story of 3 little pigs. So maybe it's a very short audio that you want to record. So you can use Screencastify and record it. You can even have your own video recorded with it. But over here, I have recorded only my audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and insert audio. I'm going to click on audio, and here it's going to show up in my Google Drive by automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's going to save all your audio video files into the Google Drive that you are working from. So you don't have to search where is that recording gone. It shows up in your Google Drive. All you need to do is select and click on it, and here it comes. So here it is. You can enlarge it. And maybe you could include a text saying that, hello everyone, I would like, so you could say hello to everyone. That's it. And then you could play this. It gives you the option to play. You play it and it will just showcase all that you have recorded. So these are the 3 things, that basic things that we had to ensure that we know before we proceed ahead making our choice board or making our worksheets. Insert image, insert video, insert audio. So till now, if there are any doubts, I would be happy to take them up. Do you show me how you went to Screencastify? Okay, all right. All you need to do is you can, let's say I'm going to take you to a new slide. Okay. You can go on Screencastify Chrome, type Screencastify Chrome extension, and once you go to Google, it will show up the Screencastify. All you need to do is click on it, and then it will ask you to add the extension. I have already added the extension, so it will ask me to remove the extension since I've already added. But for those of you who would like to add it, all you need to do is you need to add it. And as soon as you add it, it goes into your extension. It goes on the top of the screen. Mine shows up here because I save all my extensions out here. So this is how we can work when we have Screencastify, which helps us to record our video and audio. Up till now, any doubt regarding Google Slide as to how do we insert the video, how do we insert an audio, how do we insert the image? Any doubts regarding that before we proceed ahead making our worksheets? You can have a voiceover for slides, absolutely. So for example, if I have chosen this slide, which I just showed you all, where I want to talk about the tigers. So here itself, I can have an audio where you could have recorded an audio about tigers, and all you need to do is select that audio and maybe paste it over here next to the tiger, so that your learners understand that this is what they're going to be learning about tigers. So this is very useful when we are making our choice boards. The reason why I'm covering this in detail and taking time to explain this is because we need to understand how do we insert audio, we need to understand how do we insert video, and then we're going to go on into inserting links, because that is something which is going to help us to make our presentation and also our worksheets and choice boards. Choice boards are something which help our learners to learn in a more organized way using Google Classrooms. So I could probably take a session on Screencastify. Yes, I can do that later. So now we move ahead. I'm going to be explaining what are choice boards as well. So now we move ahead. We've covered these 3 aspects. I go on to the new slide. I again prefer a blank presentation to work. And now what I'm going to be doing is, now let's say I want my learners to I want to present them a worksheet. Now, how do I present them a worksheet where they will be able to do the job required or put in the answers required into the slide itself? Now, it's very simple. What I am going to do is I'm going to I'm going to be preparing a drag and drop worksheet. What am I going to do? It's called drag and drop worksheet. So I go into image and I search the web. Let's say I'm going to be making a worksheet on the, I want to make them on map of India. And whenever I'm typing any image that I want to include in the worksheet, we must always type the word transparent or transparent image, because the reason why I am selecting a transparent image is because if I want my students to work on the worksheet, I need to present an image that is not blurred or that is not very colorful. I need a transparent map of India. So I'm going to search that in my Google search, and this is what I get. Okay, now I want a worksheet maybe with outline. So I'm going to type outline so that the learners can place their states. The name of the states can be dragged into the, okay, here I go. Now when you click on transparent, the background also is going to be white so that it merges with the slide. The background is not going to be something which is colorful, which distracts the learner. So we have to take care of these things. So now here is what I have found. I found a map which is already stating all the states which have been typed. Now this is something that I want to present to my learners before they move on to the activity. So what am I going to do is, maybe I'm just going to select this image and click on the text saying that study the states, study about the positions of the states in the map. So we need to understand where each state is, for which I have presented this position of the states in the map. So let's say my first slide that I'm going to be presenting my learner is this: study about the position. So what they will do is, when you present this information, this is a present button out here. So when you present this information on the screen, it's going to take you to your full screen mode, where the learners will be able to understand and read what you have written in a more clear way, where they will be able to see that, okay, we have Jammu and Kashmir on the top, and then we have Maharashtra at the bottom with Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Goa, Madhya Pradesh, and this is how they will be able to discover. Now when you are presenting this information, now you want to move to an activity. So let's say we go on to an activity where I'm going to again select a drag and drop worksheet. So what am I going to do is, I'm going to take a blank sheet and I'm going to go again to search for an image. Yes, the students can edit your graphic organizers as well. So here I'm going to be showing you what we can do. I'm sorry, my computer is a little slow. I am not able to. Here, yeah. Transparent map of India, states outline. Here it is. So I got this and I'm going to insert this. Now, what happens is, there is one problem. When you present this worksheet, okay, now you will understand that when you're presenting it to the learner and you're asking the learners to drag the states into the right positions, like for example, let's say I have written Maharashtra out here. So I write Maharashtra, okay, and I kind of make it small and I make another text box. So I just copy paste and I type, maybe another state would be Jammu. Okay. Now when I have prepared this worksheet, what is going to happen is, I'm going to delete this so that we can see properly. What is going to happen is when I'm going to drag this, okay, when I'm asking the learners that, okay, you have to show me where will Jammu come or where will Maharashtra come. Now, when I'm going to drag this, it may so happen that I also land up dragging this image, which I don't want the learners to do. So how is it that I can lock one image and I can keep some images unlocked? So Google Slide does not give you the option of locking the images out here. In any of the tools that you see out here, in any of these, it doesn't give you the option to lock it. So what am I going to do is, I'm going to save this file. I'm going to save this template. I'm going to go into File. I'm going to click on Download. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because when you prepare a worksheet, there are various elements which can be moved by the learners, and there are some elements which you don't want them to move. For example, this state, this map of India, I don't want them to move. I only want them to move the states and drag them into the map of India. So to ensure that my state, my map is locked, I'm going to go into Files. I'm going to click on Download, and I'm going to download it into a PNG image. I'm going to click on PNG image. It gets downloaded. Here it is. It got downloaded on my laptop. And all I need to do now is I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to be presenting this. I'm going to go on Upload again. I'm not going to go on Upload, sorry, I'm going to go on Background. Now, when we select Background, the background cannot be moved no matter what you do. And you can have the same background for various slides so that you ensure that nobody will be able to play around with your background. So when I click on Background, it's going to ask me to choose an image. So I'll click on Choose Image. And now all that I need to do is I'm going to drag my map of India into the selected slide. Done. Here it is. Now nobody can move this map of India to any position. It's locked. And this by itself can become your background for the other slides as well. Any doubts regarding how is it that we save a template and we lock a template? Any doubts regarding that? Okay, so now that I have saved my image as a background, so many of us, when we did one worksheet with our learners, we figured out that, oh my God, they had really messed up the worksheets. All the boxes were here and there. The map of India had moved somewhere else. So it was really crazy. And that's when we figured out that, okay, this is what needs to be done. We just need to lock our image. And now what they need to do is, if I have asked them to click on Maharashtra and present it, here it is. If I have asked them to go to Jammu and present it, here it is. And all that they need to do is just drag and drop into the correct position where it appears on the map. All that they need to do is drag and drop. Is it clear till now, the drag and drop activity? Any doubts regarding the drag and drop activity? Yes, type yes if there is a doubt. Any doubts? Should I proceed ahead? Okay, so we can proceed ahead. So this is how you ensure that you lock your image. Now I'm going to be presenting you one more example of what I have made. I have made another worksheet, and that is something that I would like to show you. Here it is. Yeah. Are you able to see this? Is everyone able to see the screen that I'm sharing? Okay, great. Now, when I am looking at a worksheet, definitely I do not need a landscape. I need a portrait. So what I do is I go into the plus slide. I already have a page. So I go into File. And just like in the PowerPoint presentation, you have your page setup. Similarly, in Google Slide, you have your page setup where you go click into page setup. And instead of portrait landscape, what I have done is I've selected the size of a paper that is 8.5 into 11 inches. And I click on apply. And this is what I get, right? Now, I can either select a worksheet that I have already downloaded on my laptop, or I can even prepare my worksheet. So let's say this is a worksheet that I have already taken from the net, and all I have done is I have selected it using the background option so that it gets locked onto the worksheet and nobody is able to move the worksheet. It's completely locked. It's a template. Now what do I do is I want my learners to fill in the blanks, 4 plus 4, 3 plus 3, and I want them to do it only till, let's say, the last 2 plus 2. All right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click on this text box. I'm going to make a small box out here. Now, why I'm making the small box out here is because I want my learners to understand that there is a box where they can type. So I'm going to write type here. And I can make it small and enlarge it. And here it is. If you want to give it a color, you can give it a color. You can choose your text color. You can make it red, or you could give your box a color. You could make it yellow. So your learners will be able to understand that, okay, where it is mentioned type here, they just need to go there, click on it, and just type the answer. So when I click on this, all I need to do is I need to type 3 plus 3 is 6, and it will show 6. And then I need not make these boxes for each and everything. What I need to do is I just need to copy paste them and Control C, and here it goes. To the next, 5 plus 5, and to the next, 6 plus 6. And this is something that I have made. Now, how do I present this into the Google Classroom? Let's say this is a worksheet that I have prepared. And okay, the slide orientation is very simple. Just like in PowerPoint, you have the page setup. Similarly, when you go to file, you want to make a new file. So you click into file and you go right down at the bottom and you will see a feature called page setup. You click on page setup and it takes you to your page setup. It will ask you whether you want to custom, whether you want a white screen, whether you want a standard screen, whether you want a custom. Now I selected custom because I want to insert the dimensions of a paper, of a worksheet, and that is what I have included: 8.5 width into 11 inches height. Apply, and there it gives you a proper size of a paper which looks like a worksheet and is easy to manage. And then what I do is I click on this text and I prepare a text box and I get started. Now I want to present this worksheet into the Google Classroom. So all I need to do is I click on file, I go down and I type publish to web. Now when I type publish to web, it gives me this link which I can copy, go into my Google Classroom. I've copied the link. I go into my Google Classroom. I have created a Google Classroom, so I'm just going to get inside my Google Classroom and I'm going to go into share something with your class. So I'm going to click on the add link. It says link. I'm going to click on link. Here I pasted it, add link. And the link gets added to the Google Classroom. Now you want to type something for your learners. You can say that, okay, today we will be covering about simple addition. Today we'll be learning about simple addition. And then you click on post, and there it goes to your learner. So all you need to do is publish to web. When you publish to web, can the link be pasted? Okay, I'm going to paste it here. Just one second. Here it goes. Here it is. Here I have pasted it into the chat box for all of you to have a look at it. And this key feature can also be used while presenting on Google Meet. Yes, you can share it. You can put the link into your chat box and ask your learners. So what happens is when we are in Zoom, we allow them to get into a breakout room where we share the link and then the learners can work on the worksheet. If it's a collaborative work, then they can do it together. If it's something you want your learners to do probably overnight and submit, then once they have done, they submit it, you can check and you can give your feedback. So you can, as per the students' work, you can definitely give the feedback. So that is what is publish to web all about. So the main feature of publish to web is to allow you to share it with anyone you want your learners to attempt. Can you please share the link? Here it is. Is everyone able to access the link that I have posted in the chat? Yes? Type yes if you're able to access the link that I have posted. Okay, now why you're not able to access the link is because you are not in, you're not a part of my Google Classroom, and all what I need to do is I need to make my link shareable. So what I will do is I will go over here and I will make my link shareable. I have not made my link shareable, that's why y'all are not able to access it. So when I go over here, share this link using, so there is a publish content setting. Okay, so the viewers need to be signed into my account. So that's why y'all are not able to view the link. So I will just open the share link. Here it is. Okay, let's check. Are you all able to check it now? You can check the link now, whether it's working. It's not working? Okay, let me check again. So while what we need to do is we need to make the link shareable so that it works for everyone. And then only you will be able to share. Now on my Google Drive does not give access to others till the time I don't open it for sharing. So once I open it for sharing, all of you will be able to access what I have made on my Google Drive, because it's saved on my Google Drive, the worksheet that we have created. So since this is our G Suite account, it is not allowing anyone and everyone to view it. So that's
Miss Rakhee.
Yes.
Miss Rakhee, sorry to bother, but I think link is not there in the chat box. That's the reason we are not able to click on it. Both the times link has not come in the chat box. Otherwise, the moment it is published, yeah, we should. Yeah, now I think it should come.
Yes. Is everyone able to see the link that I have shared right now? Okay, great. So as I said that because we have set the limitations, we are not able to share it because it's a G Suite account. But if you are doing it on your Google Classroom, or if you're doing it on your Gmail account to share it with your students, you will be able to do it. You just need to click on the shareable link. You just need to allow others to access the link. So here, even if I allow you all to access, it's not going to happen because it's a G Suite account. Okay, now we are going to proceed ahead to the next activity, which is going to take another 10 minutes, after which I think we are going to be getting done with our session, and that's called the choice board. So how many of you have heard about choice boards? If you all can type yes. How many of you all have heard about choice boards? So last week we did a session on Seesaw, which was conducted by Shilpa Jadhav, and she explained about the choice boards that we can make when we are using the app, which is called Seesaw. And that app allows us to beautifully collaborate with our learners and prepare activities and share activities with our learners. So here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing a choice board which can be integrated with Seesaw and of course Google Classroom. So see, choice boards are nothing but it is a way of presenting the information to our learner. So for example, it's like when you have a book in your hand, how do you see the book? Do you see the last page first and the middle page last? Is it haphazard? No, it takes you to the table of contents. So it shows you that, okay, chapter 1, what is it that you're going to cover? Chapter 2, what is it that you're going to cover? Who has written the book? It gives you an introduction about the author. So it is a step-by-step way of introducing a topic to your learner. So how do we do that? It is simple. Again, I'm going to select the same landscape, and I'm going to click on delete. Now what we are going to do is, if I want to prepare a choice board, I am going to go into shapes. I'm going to click on a shape here, and I have clicked over here. Let's say this shape, I can give it any color that I want. So let's say I give it a color of blue. I can type the text where it says learn about farm animals. Now, if I'm going to be introducing the topic of farm animals to my learners virtually, now there's loads of information that I want them to learn. So how is it that I'm going to present it in a way that when they are at home, they can one by one start doing the activities by themselves without receiving any kind of communication on and off. So this becomes very, very important, as it personalizes learning and also allows the learners to move ahead in their learning curve, considering the information is presented appropriately, right? So now when I have selected this text box, I'm going to select again a shape. I'm going to go to insert shape, select a shape. I'm going to make probably a box out here, copy paste that box. You can put in a color of your choice. Maybe I put in dark blue, and here I put in purple. Now I'm going to insert an image, search from web. I'm going to insert an image of maybe pig. So I type pig and I get this image. Maybe I want a clip art image, so I go down and I get this image. I click over here. Now this is something which is very important that I'm going to be showing you. Now when you get this image of a pig and you format it to put it inside your box. Now why you're going to be doing that is, when you do this, the pig is inside the box and it shows the learners that today we are going to be learning about the farm animal pig. All right. Now if I click on it, nothing is going to happen. Now how do I make this image clickable, and how do I make this image interactive? So in this Google Slide gives us an excellent option where I go into insert and I click on a link. So when I click on a link here, I can either paste about the YouTube video that we found out about the 3 little pigs, or I can either paste any YouTube video that you wish. So for example, I would maybe just select the video details that we found about the little pig. 3 little pigs. I'm just going to copy paste the YouTube image, the YouTube video link over here, and then it gets converted into a clickable image. Here I'm going to copy. And apply. Now here it shows that there is a video link that you have attached to the image of the pig, but it is not clickable. So what am I going to do to make it clickable, so that when my student comes here and clicks on it, it takes them to the video? So what am I going to do is, I'm going to probably select this square once again. Now please look carefully. It may look a bit tricky, but it's actually not tricky. When you select the image box and you paste it on top of the pig, okay, now I can make it transparent. I have made it transparent. Now when I do this, what happens is this becomes a clickable image. So as soon as you click on that, you will be able to see your story. So what happens is, when I'm introducing a lesson, okay, or when I'm introducing a topic, maybe it could be about plants, it could be about farm animals or anything, I want them to go in an organized way, in a step-by-step fashion, to be able to have access. So maybe on the first click, when they do the first click, they will be guided to a story. Now if on the second click I want them to maybe have access to a story, or maybe I want them to do an activity with their parents. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another icon, another box, and I'm going to fill in a different color here. I'm going to put, so every choice activity can be of a different color, which allows the learner to understand that, okay, when I click on here, I get to see the video and I get to listen to the story. When I click on here, maybe I get to know more about the habitat, or you know, how is it, where does the pig stay, and I get more information about the pig. And maybe there could be one more box that you could include, which is an activity, which could be a quiz, or which could be a Google Forms poll that you want to take, or a Google Forms survey that you want to take from your students about their knowledge that they have about farm animals. So anything that you want can be inserted into the link. All you need to do is insert link, click on the site, click on the YouTube link, or click your Google form or your Google quiz that you have created and click apply, and it gets automatically embedded into the block that you want them to work on. Any doubts till now? So this is something which is very, very crucial when we are preparing a choice board. It is very simple. You just need to first have your thoughts organized. What is it that you want to present to your learners? Now, for example, if I want to present to my learners about farm animals, now this is what I have already prepared. Now, if you look at this, this is the image of the pig, right? Now, we are going to be learning about farm animals. Here is the image of the pig. I can also have a small text box explaining what that box is going to be helping them to explore. So listen to the story of the three little pigs. Now this is what they're going to be learning when they click on this choice board, this one, the first one that I had created. And now if I want them to have more information about the pig, where does the pig stay, what is the habitat, what do they eat, you know, what are the kind, species, what is the color that the pig is found in. So I have just included an icon of information which I found from the web. I included it over here, and what I'm going to be doing is when they click on this, you can see that there is a image attached out here. There is a link already attached out here. This is the three little pig, and this is the pig description and habitat. Now this pig description and habitat is not a video, but it is a text which I can say that, okay, once you are done with the story, you know, sit with your parents. The next step could be sit with your parents and let them read this to you. This could be my next step, so that when it's presented to the learners, they also know that for this activity they are supposed to sit with their parents. So there may be some learners who may not be able to read fluently, or they may not be able to understand the information presented to them. So that's why what I have done is I have given the instructions that you need to sit with your learners, you need to sit with your parents and ask them to read out the information from the web about the different things in the habitat. Yep. And now what we can do is, now unlike PowerPoint, where we get some awesome options to animate your screen, Google unfortunately does not give you variety of animations. It's very limited when it comes to animation. The reason being, I'll tell you why, is because Google Slide has been created to be able to have your presentations embedded into Google Classroom very seamlessly, and it concentrates and focuses only on things that are required and that are really, really important. So it really does not focuses on the animation part. It's not made as an animation slide as compared to PowerPoint, but otherwise all the features that you see are really, really interesting and really helpful when it comes to teaching in the Google Classroom. So that's how Google Slide has been made in order to aid the teaching in the Google Classroom. So here we do have the option of animation, but unfortunately it's very simple, where you can just move one object to another object when you apply the animation. So I'm going to close this box, and now we see this add comment. You can add a comment to any of the choice boards that you want. Now again, if you want to add this choice board to your Seesaw or to your Google Classroom, you again need to go to the file and you need to click on publish to web. Now once you click on publish to web, you get the link. Once you get the link, either you enter it into your Google Classroom or you share it in the chat box when you're presenting it on a Zoom or Google Meet, or you can even put it into your Seesaw classroom and have your learners attempt the activities that you have mentioned in the choice board. So this is how we can create choice boards. Any doubts, anything that you would like to know till now? Because this was the last activity and I'm going to take you back. Does the link automatically get into the box? No, the link does not get automatically embedded. What you need to do is you need to select the link, put it over here. You need to insert. When you click on insert, there is the option of link. Now, once you get that, you paste your YouTube video or you paste the website address that you want them to read from, or you probably paste a Google form that you have prepared for your learners to attempt. Now, once you paste that, you apply it and it gets embedded. Now, when you want to present it to your learners, you click on file, you publish to web and share it with all your learners. Or if you're presenting it through Seesaw, then all you need to do is just copy paste the link and present it through Seesaw, which we had done last time. So any doubts till now? So I'm going to quickly take you all to our presentation so that we ensure that we have covered all the points. We did the drag and drop. Yes, I'm going to be attempting to your questions. I'll just go through the slide before we end with our session. So we went through the drag and drop activity where we discovered that how is it that you can lock your image and convert it into a background and use the same for your worksheet so that your learners don't land up messing up your activity. Also, you need to ensure that your learners know how to undo. Control Z is something that they need to know, because many a times we have seen that they are in a soup where they land up deleting some images or they land up moving some images. So do show them the option of undo. How do they undo it and get back to the activity? So we covered the drag and drop. Then we went on to the next steps. That was how do we get started. We click on the, I'm just going to quickly cover through the presentation to just a quick recap and understand if we have covered all the features. So there was a drop and drag activity where we learned how is it that we can lock and unlock. Then it was label the states, where we selected one map of India, which we locked it, and then all the children had to do was drag and drop. And this is something which is an interactive worksheet where you don't have to prepare 10 worksheets for 10 different children. You just have to prepare one worksheet, publish it to web, share the link, and the students will be able to attempt. Similarly, there is another worksheet that I have shown. This is an example that I'm showing. Categorize numbers as per their divisibility. So the child can click on the number that the child feels is divisible by 2, 3, 6, and accordingly fill in the table. Then another activity that we did was inserting the video, where we exactly know when the video will start and when the video will stop. So Google gives us that option. Then we go on to the next one, which was inserting your audio file, where I showed you that all you need to do is download your Screencastify extension, which is a Chrome extension, and you will be able to record. However, please note that Screencastify allows you only 5 minutes of recording for free. More than 5, you will have to purchase Screencastify. Making choice boards. Choice boards are activities which can be hyperlinked. Teachers can prepare choice boards using Google Slides and insert the same into Seesaw or Google Classroom. So this is what we covered for choice boards. And of course, the more you explore, the more you learn. And now we come to doubts and assignments.
Miss Rakhee, I had a doubt here.
Sure.
That when you paste this link in Google Classroom, obviously Google Classroom allows you to